up, you guys? It's me, Derek, the overview. I'm not technically gonna react to this thing. I already saw it, and I might as well just talk about it right now because this is how I feel with the whole DC thing going on. Yes, I understand that we're at the end of an era. It's been 10 years. The DCEU, for the most part, has worked, but then again, we have to accept the failures of what it's been going through. I already know myself that I was going to be planning on doing a whole series of videos leading up to the end of the DCU or the EU, whatever they're going to call, whatever this Snyder, I'm just calling it the DCEU because that's how it was introduced for me. The DCEU has had its ups and downs. 2023 or supposedly 2022 was supposed to be their big year, but everything got delayed, controversies came in, and studios had to figure out a way to release these movies as quick as possible, and so they can actually get a reset with James Gunn. As of right now, Aquaman just had a 45-second trailer, and the main trailer is coming on Thursday, so expect a video on that one coming soon. And with this, I just want to say, I'm done. Like, at this point, I'm done. Like, I love DC, but at this point, that's it. Like, I'm done with this universe now. After The Flash, I feel bad. Like, at this point, we're just riding a dead horse. I know it would have been best if Warner Brothers Discovery, Walter Hamada would have been able to continue on with the Snyderverse after Justice League, and especially after the Snyder Cut, which you know was better received than Justice League. And it's like, yo, what's the point in this? If you had art, we had a setup. The original DCEU plan was already there. After Justice League, we were supposed to get The Flash, Aquaman, Shazam, Green Lantern Corps, a Cyborg movie. Who knows what else we would have had in this universe? We would have even gotten a Ben Affleck standalone movie, which would have had him versus Deathstroke, but still, expand the universe. A Man of Steel 2 that actually is well-deserved. I know we had some movies like Birds of Prey, and okay, fine. Besides that, we had other films like Wonder Woman 1984, which I feel like was a detract from Zack Snyder's original plan, which I did hear it was going to take place during the Cold War, which would have been interesting, but we didn't get that. So yeah, this is it. I know I was supposed to react to like a 45-second trailer, but I'm just getting off my rant right now. The title's a bit of a clickbait, but I might as well just get this over with because I know now that we're heading into a new phase or a new chapter in the DC universe. James Gunn is going to settle that in 2025 with Superman Legacy. I just want to see DC have a win. Like, I know we love these characters. I know some people have fans for this version or interpretation of the characters. I do. I loved Henry Cavill's Superman. I love Ben Affleck as Batman, even when everybody was hating on him at the beginning. Even Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, despite her acting, people noticed it recently. I don't know why they're coming up with it now. She was good as Wonder Woman and as our first on-screen Wonder Woman in theaters. Linda Carter was my Wonder Woman, but as Gal Gadot was in the first Wonder Woman movie and in Batman vs. Superman, you can't tell me she didn't embody the character as good as it was. Yes, we had a few downgrades with The Flash. Grant Gustin was my Flash, but then again, Ezra Miller in Justice League was terrible. In the Snyder Cut, he was useful, and he did save the world, but some people can't separate the art from the reality, so I guess that whole thing is just out of the water. Jason Momoa, a surprise as Aquaman, which I could say, I didn't expect this coming from him, but I could say, okay, I can't wait for that standalone movie. I was excited for it, and it was good, which wants to have me more excited for this one, but at this, it's like, what's the point now? Like, it's been through a couple rewrites, CGI. Not only that, but they had to change up the ending a couple times, because I heard from the first draft originally with the whole, let's say James Gunn didn't he didn't want to orchestrate himself into the DC universe. This was the ending. We were going to have a cameo from Michael Keaton Batman, as he would have been the main DCU Batman in The Flash with Henry Cavill Superman. He was going to send a message to Arthur Curry, but then that didn't happen. It was scrapped. Then we had Ben Affleck come back and shoot a cameo, which would have been that same scene, but with Ben Affleck's Batman as the main DCEU Batman again. Maybe getting another shot at it. But now it's just an ending. Like, this is just now, from Man of Steel to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, that's the end of the DCEU. And that's it. And I don't know what else to say. It's more that the fact that what went wrong. I'm going to get into that a bit later on in some other new DC videos I'm planning on doing. And if I haven't mentioned Blue Beetle, it's because that's not a part of this whole thing. Blue Beetle is orchestrated and, I should say, manifested into the new DCU. The fact that James Gunn didn't want any changes on it. He gave it 2 post-credit scenes and approved by him. So I'm guessing Blue Beetle is technically the start of the new universe, kind of. Even though they do mention some of the other DC heroes out there. I know that most people didn't, not exactly show up for the movie, but it's like, this is the one that people hoped on was going to be good and was good, but it still made less of a profit. It did make profit. It did make over its expected budget, but it's like, we're losing faith at this point. And if you don't reset, go with a whole reboot, which we're getting in 2025, that's how we can settle it. The DCU's dead, and I'm going to go further in on it. I'm going to work on this whole DCU timeline thing that's been going on lately. I'm going to even track my way from Man of Steel to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I'm going to react to the trailer, but I'm going to still have my thoughts at the end of the day, whether the movie's good or not good, because I hate doing these types of videos. And don't even get me started with Marvel, because if I got started with Marvel early on, I would have been more harsh on them than DC. And I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I know this sounded like a whole clickbait title, and if you stuck around, thank you. I'm just a fan who wants some good stories, a universe done right, and for people to know what's wrong with our current superhero genre at this point. Because Marvel's taken a hit and a miss lately. DC is the only one getting kicked up on the ground. No resurrections, unless it's Batman, because if it's Batman, everybody shows up. Even for The Flash, nobody showed up, even though Michael Keaton Batman was in it, and Ben Affleck Batman. But we knew. Technically, I didn't know, but like, I'm there to support. But still, everybody knew what this guy was going through. And I'm still, to this day, baffled that a whole number of fans, people, don't forget. And if that's the way moving forward, you better keep that in mind for the next time someone else does something like this. But, yeah, I guess that's it. Hate to make this like a downer video, but still, I just wanted to get my thoughts out on this. I'm going to react to the trailer on Thursday. I already know I'm going to have a couple things planned for it. And for the DC stuff, stay tuned for that. This is me, Oh Dear, aka The O Review, signing off.